Hello, listeners. Welcome back to History Unveiled. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jordan. We're glad to have you with us again. In our last episode, we explored the American response to Jewish refugees during the Holocaust and the role of American Zionists. Today, we're diving deeper into the dynamics of the Zionist movement in America during this critical period.
Let's start with the influential figure Stephen S. Wise. He recognized the urgency of the situation in Europe and urged American Zionists to seize the moment. What do you think motivated Wise to focus on strengthening the Zionist lobby at such a crucial time?
Wise's background is fascinating. Born in Hungary and raised in New York, he experienced both Conservative and Reform Judaism, which were often indifferent or even hostile to Zionism. Yet, he became a key advocate. How do you think his diverse upbringing shaped his commitment to the Zionist cause?
It likely gave him a unique perspective. His participation in the First Zionist Congress in Basel ignited his passion for the movement. After returning to New York and founding the New York Federation of American Zionists, he became a significant force. What do you think his early experiences taught him about advocacy and leadership?
From 1935 onward, Wise's influence grew significantly. He even had access to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, which was crucial. Remember that conversation where Roosevelt suggested paying off Palestinians to leave their land? What does that say about the attitudes towards Arabs during that time?
It reflects a troubling disregard for the rights of the local population. As long as Zionists didn't push for more immigration to the U.S., they found an ally in the White House. It's a stark contrast to the plight of Jewish refugees. How do you think this political maneuvering impacted the broader refugee crisis?
Interestingly, while Zionists focused on Palestine, it was often Christian groups that sought to change U.S. policy regarding refugees. Take Martha and Wait Still Sharp, for example. They traveled to Europe to help victims of the Nazi regime. What does their story tell us about the role of non-Jewish Americans in this crisis?
It highlights a moral courage that went against the prevailing sentiment of the time. Many Americans were indifferent or hostile, yet the Sharps and organizations like the Unitarian Service Committee stepped up. How do you think their actions influenced public perception of Jewish refugees?
Despite some efforts, like Senator Robert Wagner's bill to admit 20,000 German Jewish children, the public debate was fierce and the bill never reached a vote. What does this reveal about the intersection of politics and public opinion during that era?
It shows how deeply ingrained anti-immigrant sentiment was in American society. Even when lawmakers recognized the urgency, they faced immense pressure from nationalist groups. How do you think this resonates with contemporary debates about immigration?
By 1943, the horrors of the Holocaust were undeniable, leading to a temporary unity among Jewish organizations. But at the Bermuda Conference, both Zionists and non-Zionists were disappointed. The British refused to lift immigration caps, and the US wouldn't admit more refugees. What do you think contributed to this lack of action?
It seems that both nations prioritized their domestic and political interests over humanitarian concerns. The Zionist leadership's focus on Palestine as the solution may have hindered efforts to rescue Jews through other means. How does this reflect the complexities of advocacy in times of crisis?
Today, we've explored the intricate dynamics of American Zionism during the Holocaust and how political maneuvering impacted the fate of countless Jews. It's a sobering reminder of how history can shape policies and attitudes.
We encourage our listeners to reflect on the moral implications of these decisions. How can we learn from this history to ensure that we prioritize humanity in our policies today?
Thanks for joining us. We hope this discussion has prompted some important thoughts. Tune in next time as we continue to unravel the complex narrative surrounding Zionism and its impact on modern geopolitics.
See you next time.